Gary, that must have been disappointing in a game that you had to win, really.
Yes, it was actually. We sort of, Alan had the plan over the course of the 2 training sessions that we needed to keep the ball and everything else, and the guys, when we did keep the ball, we did play a lot better, but there was a lot of balls where we just tried to hit and pump, similar to like last week, where we need to just we look a hell of a lot different when the ball's on the pitch. Other than saying that, it was just a bit hard that Alan wasn't here due to work commitments and everything else. So it was a bit hard. He had to telephone and try and talk to the guys that way. Yeah, so it was a bit hard just prior to the start of the game.
You probably had at least a couple of really good chances.
We did at the in the second half. Yes, I'm always a follower of going down in the second half where you get a bit more momentum, but the guys they worked hard because you sort of got the uphill, and yeah, there was a couple of unlucky shots where we just can't put a ball in the back of the net. If we can start doing that and start doing it consistently, we'll be able to keep up with these guys, you know, or teams which can do it. Yeah.
A couple of weeks in a row now where the goals have been flowing in at the back. What do you need to do to address that?
Well, I think we're sort of lacking of trying to man up a lot more. We're sort of letting teams go through us a little bit more. And then we've been training. And it's a different story when you're on the training track. The guys do it and do it well. But when we get on to game day, they sort of, I don't know, it's a switch off sort of thing. I only wish we could try and get that out onto the park, and doing that we just got to work a hell of a lot harder and make the boys probably, fitness might be another thing we might be a bit lack of and everything else, but we still need a number 1 striker somewhere. So yeah.
Do you take much out of the game today?
We can take a couple of little things out of the game. If we keep the ball on the deck and everything like that, we sort of we will do a lot. If we can have a look at the videotape, which we can really assess on, and see what we can sort of gather from there.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was a long time coming. I think the way that we played as well didn't start well, but the good football was there, and to get the win playing like that was icing on the cake sort of thing.
You seem to have really turned a corner over the past 2 weeks. Was the South Hobart game, I suppose, the wake-up call the squad needed?
Yeah. I think, again, we found our identity, which is to outwork the opponent. You know, if we put the work in there, the talent will be able to do the rest. So.
Do you think you've got that first win, you can sort of push on, maybe push for a top 6, top 4?
Hope so, mate. Like, again, we haven't had a great round, but again, I've already said it when we lost 7-1 to South Hobart. We weren't looking forward to coming here. Away games are hard, and hopefully we'll have a couple of home games that will string a few results together as well. So.
You're still bottom of the table, but light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, definitely.
You've struggled to score goals this year. You've smashed 5 away in 1 match. That must be pleasing for you.
Yeah, exactly. Putting the ball back in the net gives some of the guys some confidence, and yeah, we're looking forward to every game now.
Some good goals too.
Yeah, I definitely thought so. I thought one of them's not goal of the week, then there's something wrong, unless it's a blinder. Yeah.
What were you particularly pleased with?
Just a ball movement. We've been working on movement to receive in training. The guys took it on and realised that was an area that they need to improve on, and can't knock them after that.
It was a really good style of game. I thought you played today, very easy on the eye.
Yeah, well, that's what we've trying to play all season, but it's actually having some substance with it as well, which is the heart, the tackle, you know, all the dirty bits that needs to go along with that to ensure a win comes along.
Will that give you confidence for the cup game against the Knights?
Yeah, again, it's a one-off game. It's just going to be who's up for it on the day, and if we're up for it, then you never know. Hopefully we can cause an upset, because it is an upset. Them guys have pumped a lot of money in there, and you know, hopefully we like going as underdogs, so
So you're painting yourself as the underdog, despite being in the top tier?
100% the underdogs. We haven't got a penny in our budget. They've got how much? I don't know.
Quite a bit. One final question, I suppose. Isaac Degetto, that's it. Isaac, what's he added to you, the player?
Yeah, no, look, he's a really good lad and he's full of energy and he's actually got a lot of hunger now. So he's been sat on the benches, obviously done him some good. And I think Zebras will be. I reckon they'll miss him in the end, and he's a massive game. So.
He goes to uni down here. Is he going to train with South Hobart?
Yeah, he trains at South Hobart, so I know he's under a good training regime down there. And Ken's obviously a good coach, so and he's been good enough to let Isaac train with him. And then we're a club that also we had Warren Wadawu down. He was training with us just because he was out of work, and we'll turn the favour where we can. So. All good, guys.